Welcome to episode 101 of ghallora Beer Reviews. As you can see, this afternoon I will be reviewing Tsingtao. I believe that's how you pronounce this beer correctly. If I am pronouncing it wrong, please give me a little note in the comments section, but I believe it is pronounced Tsingtao. It is a Chinese beer. I have had it a number of times before, but it's been a good year or two since I had it last, and I recently bought a bottle and really enjoyed it. I fell in love with it, actually. I know it's probably hard to say you can fall in love with a beer, but, you know, I come pretty close sometimes. But, yeah, I had it and it was really good, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do this for my next review. It was very refreshing, and I'm sure it'll be the same again today. I just went on the Bay Run. It's called the Bay Run. I didn't run it. I don't run, as you can probably tell. But I walked it. It's a 7-kilometre walk, just a nice walk near Sydney. So I just did that, and I'm really thirsty. And instead of coming home and having, you know, a protein shake or, you know, a glass of water, I'll have a beer. That's what I do. So looking forward to it. Without further delay, we'll get back to the beer though, and I'll give you a bit of a run through of what the beer is. As I said, it's a Chinese beer made in China. I believe it was brewed on a German recipe many years ago. I believe in the early 1900s. It comes in this long neck, but it does come in stubbies as well. That's exactly right here. It says 1903, so I was correct there, in the early 1900s. They come in these long neck bottles, as you can see, but they also come in the stubbies as well. This long neck bottle, I'm just trying to get the milliliters on here. I can't see it. 640 milliliters for this, and it's at 4.7% alcohol by volume. So there's the bottle. Let's get into the good stuff though. We'll pour it out. I'll just crack it open. Almost lost that one there. Better pick up this other bottle cap from the other day, or the dog will chew it. He chews everything. Alright, smells great straight up. I'm getting a real sweet, hoppy smell. Smells great. I'll just let that settle down for a little bit. Just focus on what we got here. Okay, as for the appearance, it's a very light straw colour. Very light. Definitely one of the lightest beers I've seen. I believe that's due to the rice in the brew. You know, it is a very light beer. From what I read online and a lot of other people, and actually the Tsingtao brew itself, they say it is a light, refreshing beer. So it's going for that style. And it definitely hits that in the appearance. It looks very light and very refreshing. Probably more towards the high end of the carbonation scale. I've seen more carbonation in other beers, but yeah, it's definitely up there. You can see it going. Head is just under 2 fingers. It's quite a thin head, but in height it's not too bad. Very clean white coloured head. Alright, I'll just top this up. Okay, I'm just seeing, okay, out of interest on the back here, it has the ingredients. It's water, malt, rice and hops. So obviously the rice aspect of the beer would make it a lot thinner and a lot lighter, but that's the style they're going for, I believe. Okay, going for the smell now. Well, I'm getting very nice malt sweetness. It's actually quite pronounced. And behind that is a very zesty hop smell, a floral hoppy smell. But no, it definitely smells quite sweet. It smells very sweet and inviting. Alright, I'll just top this up now. Alright, now for the most important bit, the taste test, and I am thirsty too. That's nice. Well, definitely a light beer. Very light in the mouth and dry in the finish. Yeah, but really in a good way. It's spot on with that. As for the taste, it's got a very nice malty sweetness. And then it balances out with a nice hop zing at the end of the sip at the back of the palate. I wouldn't say it's overly hopped. It's not an extremely hoppy beer, but there is a nice bitterness there that really gives a nice note to the sweetness. But as with the smell, the sweetness is what's quite pronounced in this brew. But very nice. I really like that. And that is hitting the spot like you wouldn't believe. You know, I love a beer. If you've watched my past 100 episodes, you know I love a brew. But as I said, I just did a little bit of exercise, went for a nice walk, and come back a bit thirsty. I tell you what, this hits the spot. You know, you can have a water, you can have a Coke. It's not the same. This is what it's about, boys and girls. Bloody beautiful. I'll give it another go. Yeah, that's really, really good. Um, a lot of beers that use rice, and there's a fair few of them out there. A lot of the mass-produced beers, I get a bit of criticism for that. You know, sort of can tend to turn them down a bit in the flavour profile. But with this one, not at all. If anything, it complements, keeps it nice and thin in a good way, like a thin, crisp beer. And yeah, it just really complements it. I think it works very well with this. I would drink this any day. This is a top brew. One more sip and I'll give it a go. Yeah, bloody good. And saying that, what would I give Tsingtao? You know what? I was leaning towards an 8.5, but I think I'm going to kick it up to a 9. I don't know if that's because I'm really thirsty and it's just hitting the spot so well, but that is bloody beautiful. So I'm going to give it a 9. A lot of people probably give it a bit less than that, but for me, when you're thirsty and you want something good, this is awesome. So if you haven't had this before, pick it up. I think it was about $5 for this long neck. Pretty reasonable value. A really good beer. I'm really enjoying it. So 9 out of 10 for Tsingtao Chinese beer. I would never thought the Chinese would make much beer or any good beer at all, really, to think. But good on them. You know, this is a top brew. So 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching another ghallora beer review, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.